AITA for saying I prefer sushi to children? Okay, so straight to it. My husband and I, both in our early 30s, have been together for over a decade and made the decision to not have kids. I like kids. I have nieces and nephews. We just don't want them for our own reasons. He had a vasectomy, which only a few people know about. Our families are aware we don't want kids, as they've asked this before during different major life events. Our wedding, for instance. We recently bought a 3-bedroom home with a nice yard in a nice area. Excited to show our new home to family and friends. Major upgrade to our previous home. We hosted a housewarming. During the party, one of my sibling-in-laws, Alex, made a few indirect comments about all this space. And kids would love it in our house, etc. Eventually, they asked point blank when we were having kids. I made a light-hearted joke about it, which is my go-to for this question. Oh, well, I like sushi too much to have to give it up for a pregnancy. Plus not drinking for pregnancy and breastfeeding? No thanks. I tried to make it very lighthearted and laugh it off. Most people just laughed along. That seemed to anger Alex, and I was told, children are a joy. And a good mother puts her kids before everything else. I agreed. Children are a joy. I like spending time with the nieces and nephews. And obviously I can't be a good mom if I chose sushi over kids, so I just won't be a mom. Paraphrased. Still trying to brush it off in a gentle way, because I'm not trying to start a fight by telling them to stop asking in front of everyone, because I know my tone will be seen as rude and abrasive. We move on. But Alex is still annoyed and making little comments in their group about how flippant I am about it and how when it finally happens, then I'll understand. My husband heard this and jokingly said, well, if she gets pregnant, that'll be a problem for the divorce lawyers. That seemed to piss them off more, but they stopped. With holidays coming up, we have not been invited to Alex's usual Halloween bonfire. When husband spoke to his parents, they told him Alex was annoyed we were so careless and callous about our child-free status and to say what we did, and they realized we had taken permanent steps to ensure we never had kids. That we know they had to do if to have kids, etc. And we are Oz to just not care. I feel bad because they did do if and lots of fertility treatments to have their kids. And even then they still had a few miscarriages. I can't imagine wanting kids and struggling to have them and then deal with miscarriages. But at the same time, I'm so tired of justifying living my life how I want. AITA? NTA. Just because they had difficulty having children, they don't get to judge you for choosing to not have children. Regardless, they also don't get to bring up the topic then act hurt when you give an honest, non-offensive answer. NTA. My go-to funny answer to that question is, I also like dolphins, but I don't have one of those either. Alex is taking this way too personally. NTA. A good mother puts her children before anything else, is a really weird thing to say to someone who isn't even a fucking parent. NTA. You made an intentionally flippant remark to express something lightheartedly. It was interpreted poorly by someone in the opposite circumstances because Alex was too short-sighted to understand that not everything in the world is about their fertility issues. Your choice to be child-free is in no way related to Alex's frustrated desire to have children. If Alex doesn't understand something that simple and continue to snub you for daring to make personal life decisions without thinking of their needs, then throw your own Halloween bonfire party next year at your new big house. Congrats on your new home. Their struggles in having children does not mean they get to push their desires for them onto you. Alex was jealous. of your lack of that struggle. And rude. Plain and simple. NTA. Children are a joy. And a good mother puts her kids before everything else. But you are not a mom. Aren't you? Why should you try to be a good mom if you don't have and don't want kids? And a good person is a person that has enough self-awareness to know they wouldn't make a good parent. And brave enough to go against the society norms. There is nothing wrong in not wanting to bring a kid into their care if it's not their life plan. And geez, people needs to learn to mind their own business. NTA. If life comes and cuts you, it's okay to cry and feel hurt and to ask someone to help to bandage it up and clean the blood and to ask people not to poke the cut. But it does not give you the right to go bleed over everybody else. They were in your home. They were the one forcing the subject on you. They were rubbing their bleeding cut all over you. NTA. Edit. Pronouns. NTA. Alex was being very pushy and unnecessarily aggressive with his opinion despite knowing that you and your husband don't want children. Regardless of how nice your new house is. Congratulations, by the way. And how great of a place it would be to raise children. If you guys don't want them, then it's irrelevant. NTA. I have kids, so unfortunately I can't play this game. But I would love to reply to the, you have a healthy uterus. So why wouldn't you want kids? Question with an, you have an ass you can orgasm through. So why wouldn't you want anal sex? Answer. I've heard it shuts down most people pretty quickly. Grin. NTA. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. Alex was being nosy and rude. And you treated their obnoxious intrusion into your personal, private lives with far more grace than it really deserved. LMFAO. NTA. People are always so obsessed about other people having kids. It's tired. I'm suggesting tiny air horns in pockets for when these conversations arise and don't stop. Enough. Alex can't take a hint when to back off. It's hard to want kids and have difficulty having them. I get that. But being resentful towards others who make their own choices that aren't choices they themselves would make is childish. It's not about you, Alex. NTA. I would start telling people to drop the subject, and if they don't, start asking very inappropriate questions like their preferred method of birth control or their preferred sexual position. When they tell you it's not your business, simply tell them, and neither is what you do with your uterus or what the desired result of intercourse with your husband is. NTA. And I'm tired of people putting their own hang-ups on other people. You did nothing wrong whatsoever. NTA. Alex takes things too personally. I am with ya. Sushi is good. Kids aren't for everyone. Paraphrase. How dare you not want what I want? Don't you know how hard it was to fulfill my dreams? As a result, everyone around me must desire the same thing I do so that my choices are constantly affirmed and validated. NTA. He pushed way too hard, and he's conflating your choice not to have kids with his choice to have kids and the trouble that caused them. I have kids. Some of my friends do not and wish they could, but have accepted it's not in the cards for them. Others have made a conscious choice never to have them. I would never shame anyone over our different lifestyles. NTA. Get the fucking hint, Alex. NTA. People need to stop getting pushy about asking other people, especially women, when they are having children. Let folks figure it out on their own. When are you going to have kids? Never. End of discussion. Refuse to engage or react to the question ever again. They ask again or press the issue. You don't even hear them. NTA. NTA. Me and my wife are 100% planning on being child-free too. And believe me, if I were you, Alex would have gotten a 2-hour rant from me in a much less friendly way than you did. F. Alex. Enjoy your life. NTA. Alex is too sensitive because of infertility issues and probably needs a little therapy to cope with the stress. Alex also thick-headed to pursue convo again and again. You don't owe an apology, but maybe a heartfelt, "Sorry I hurt your feelings because I know you have struggled a lot for your kids that I truly love," might go a long way to healing the breach. Good luck.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.